What's up, everybody? How are you all doing? I took a long break actually, but we are back, and thank you guys for supporting me even when I was not here. So it means a lot to me. And TryHackMe's Industrial Intrusion CTF is here. It's gonna start very, very soon, and I hope you guys have already formed your teams. And there's a lot of money up the stake, so I hope you guys win. So I'm gonna walk you guys through the pre-CTF task today, the task number 3 breach. It won't give you any points because it's just a pre-CTF challenge to sort of give you a gist of what's gonna be in the CTF. It's related to IoT and IoT related protocols and stuff. I'll walk you guys through it and let's just get going. I already started the box and we just have to do whatever it says here. This engagement aims to find a way to open the gate by I can't read by bypassing the batch authentication system. Okay, so the control infrastructure may hold a weakness. Dig in, explore, and see if you have what it takes to exploit it. Be sure to check all open ports. You never know which one might be your way in. Okay, so let's take the IP. Let's first connect to TryHackMe VPN. Let's make a directory for breach. Okay, let's see if we can ping the guy. Yep. Now we can do nmap basic. It's just my. I'll show you guys. It's a function that I wrote for doing the scan. If I can make it bigger so you guys can see it. So what it does is just already pass all the, you know, the, what do you call it, parameters, like SC for default scan, DECT for faster scanning, shouldn't do it, but it's a CTF, so we can. It's for version scan, and it will save in the scans directory, directory, the scan output basically, and here goes our IP that we will pass to the nmap function and just minimum rate to 10,000 so we can do the scan a little faster. So now we can just press enter and it will do it for us. Uh, Reach out to me over Discord. I can send you this whole function file so you can have it too. And let's see, what do we have? We got port 80, 80, 80, and 22. Looks like it didn't got all the ports. So let's just first scan the IP using scan. I don't have patience for nmap. So let's see, how many ports do we have open? There are a lot of ports. So we got SSH, we got HTTP server, we got 102, 502. We'll look into it later. And we got 1880 and 144818. Okay, cool. Why is my mouse not working? Okay, so we can just do P80, 102, 502, 1880, 8080, and 44818. Okay, that's it, I guess. And we can run the scan again with minimum rate to 10,000. And we can save it in scans. Did it not make the directory for it? It did make the directory. Oh, my bad. I had to put ON for the normal output. And we can do breach.nmap. Let's see. It's gonna scan. Until it's scanning, let's just look at what's on port 80. So it's a gate status monitor, and the gate is closed right now. Okay, let's check its source code. What's there? Okay, so it's pulling up unknown.png, and there's some JavaScript. So it's making a fetch request to /API/gate endpoint, and it's getting the gate image, like the image it's showing up here, and the status of the gate and the flag. Okay, so most probably we will get a flag on this page, and it's catching some errors and just that, and it's updating the gate status every 2 seconds. Okay, makes sense. So we can check if it's updating the status in network tab of our developer tools. You see, after every 2 seconds, it's making a request to the gate endpoint, right? /API/gate, and it's closed right now. So this is the closed image. Okay, cool. Let's keep it there. Maybe a little bit. Uh, okay, cool. And let's go back. Has it finished yet? about to be, and let's check what's on port 8080. Okay, let's see. Welcome to OpenPLC. Use your credentials to log in. Okay, we got something called OpenPLC. Even I didn't know what that was, so we can just Google it up. What's OpenPLC? Why is my VM so slow today? Is it gonna work? Hello? Let's just do it in incognito mode. OpenPLC. It might be just my cache memory. I don't know. Oh, come on. Okay, here we go. Autonomy, open source PLC software, a multi-hardware programmable logic controller suite based on whatever IDE. Looks like some sort of IDE. Okay, okay, so when we got to the page again, it did show us released on 2025 something. Uh, okay, never mind. Open PLC web server. I did search for Open PLC default crash and PLC3 remote code execution, but it's authenticated again. So didn't find much on this endpoint, but let's leave it there and look for other ports. Okay, our nmap is done. And on 102, it seems like the PLC thing, whatever. And on 502, it's running Modbus. And if you guys don't know, Modbus is like a communication protocol for IoT devices, just like MQTT, right? Let's just see what comes from Modbus. It's a client-server data communications protocol in the application layer, originally designed for use with programmable logic controllers, but has become de facto standard communication protocol. And yeah, so that's Modbus basically. Uh, I don't know much about IoT devices, but okay, I looked into it. I did some research, but let's see on port 1880. So it's also a server running something, and we'll look into it. And port 8080 is this works here running our OpenPLC, and it's Ethernet IP. Doesn't look interesting. Not right now. So let's go to port 1880 and look what we got. So looks like we got something called Node-RED. And Node-RED, you can say it's an IDE, like a visual programming thing, you can say. And lets you build applications that collect, transform, and visualize real-time data using Node.js and a graphical interface. So uh, it helps using it help like it's used in APIs and online services as part of IoT again. So it's all related to IoT. That's the name for the CTF, industrial intrusion, right? And the flows it works on the basis of flows we built in here. Like this is a flow, final flow. You can add new flows from here. So it basically firstly read coils and then running a function, then motion detector and write detector, whatever, and it's a batch. So what we can guess here is it's like the motion for the gate and the batch here, right? So it's probably uh, making or interacting with the API endpoint we are seeing here, API gate, right? So we got to do something here, and it's an easy challenge. There's not like super complicated things here. And if you do just a little bit of research about Modbus and Node-RED, you would be able to get with the challenge. But it's even more easy when you go to like let's run directory fuzzing, right? Let's do directory fuzzing on this IP and okay, let's just do it here, and we can save the results in ferox1.log, and let's run another uh, ferox cluster on port 1880 and see ferox2.log. Let's see what do we have. So we found the API endpoint. There is a console, but it's 400, and there are a lot of stuffs on Node-RED. So you see something called UI. Let's go there. So it looks like there is a user interface, right? And let's see. What do we have there? but we can solve it from the here. We can solve the challenge from here too. But this endpoint just makes it a lot easier to solve the challenge, right? So you see, it's just OT dashboard and the motion detector and badge is on. It's on. Let's try turning them off. Let's try turning the motion detector off and let's see here. It's off now, right? And let's go back to our gate monitor and see what do we have. Oh, hold up. Network and still closed, right? It's still closed. We can go to the request and response. It's closed. Gate is closed too, right? Uh, okay. Let's try making the badge off too, right? Let's do that. Now the badge is off, motion detector is off, and let's go back to the gate monitor. And you see, it made a request to gate open, right? So looks like the gate is open now. And I'm not going to show you guys the flag. The flag is just down below at the bottom. So this was the challenge. Let's just turn them on, okay? And let's try to solve it another way. So Modbus, basically, right? We can end them. So to interact with the Modbus, like port, what was it, 502, the Modbus port, yeah. So how we can interact is using a library in Python called pymodbus. So what we can do is, let's go into Vim and enumerate modbus.py, and we can do user being env python 3 shebang line, and we can import pymodbus.client. Sorry, we can import. Oh, did I forget how to use them? From pymodbus.client import modbus client TCP. I guess that was it. Pymodbus documentation. There we go. Uh, client. Okay. Modbus TCP client. Okay. Modbus TCP client. Okay. And now we can do client equal to modbus TCP client and our IP. There we go. Here. Oh, what am I doing? Okay, and now we can do client.connect, so it can connect with it. And next we can do for I in range 0 to let's say 40, right? We can do client.write to coil I and set its value to true. That's all. Let's see. Let's first keep them on so we can see the door is closed right now, right? And what are we doing exactly here? We are just enumerating the Modbus like coils, and we are writing the value to true. It's just like on and off switch, like 1 and 0. 1 means on and 0 means off. So that's what basically it's doing here. There are two, like, I don't know what to call them, but yeah, this is whole the final flow. So we can see how it's going. It's reading call 20 to 30, and then running a write detector, and then running the function one, then you, checking for motion detection or whatever, and then reading again coils and checking if the badge is enabled, then running the function two, turning the badge, and after all, it's going to the set message payload. Uh, Basically, it's what we can see it's like I think it's debug or something from here. I guess these are all the common functions and some other stuff that I don't fully know. But here we go. We can check in the debug uh, button here, like the debug messages. So we can go down. It's going up to the call 25. Basically, it says it's reading to 20 to 30, but it's going up to 25. So we can see here it's going up to 30, but it's reading up to 25. It's called 15. write detector 20 and batch enabled up to 30. Okay, whatever. So in the function tab, we can I'm just double clicking it. So it's checking if the message, the payload, if there is nothing in that, so it just says no call data available. And if not, if there is something, then it's just storing it into bits and going through every bit and up to the length for like 20, 25, 30, whatever. And if the coil is true, it will just print the message coil is true. That's what it's doing right here. Okay, so how I initially solved the challenge is different from how we're gonna solve how we solved using the user interface, like by just turning up the switches and the gate was open. But so let's just try to do that first. So this is how we solve the challenge, right? But now you see here, the coil 30 is true. As soon as we turn the switches off, the coil 30 turned to true. And we can see, let me just increase, magnify it so it won't show the flag. So you see, gate is open now and coil 30 is true. So we know that the coil 30 needs to be true to be able to solve the challenge now, right? And that's what we're going to do using the Python script we wrote. We're going to enumerate from coils up to 40, and just like the important control coils, you can use ChatGPT to do that. Like, as I told you, Modbus, Node-RED, coils in a CTF, how to do, what to do, and what to look out for. ChatGPT will tell you, and that's much easier. That's how I initially did all my research and got the flag. But I didn't solve it that way. I actually got root on the box, and how I did it was I was looking for Node-RED exploitation, like some reading blogs on Medium and other stuff. So I was able to log in here using the default credentials, admin and password, right? And I was able to create a new flaw here, and I was able to do like inject, and then we can do exec, like to execute a system command, and then from debug we can check the output of it, like if there is an error or something, and we can connect them. And after connecting them, we can put a bash reverse shell command here, right? We can use refshells.com for that. Uh, okay, so we can do something like that, right? We can copy this and go over to this, paste it here, select the message payload, and select done, right? That's all. So we can see the output here. But now we're not logged in, so we can't deploy this. So we can run these from using this, but we haven't deployed it because we're not logged in, and they changed the like default credentials now. So we can't do that. They fixed that. Uh, but I actually got it. I got, hopefully I screenshotted it. I was logged in as admin and I was using this bash reverse shell. And after deploying, I can run it using this button, and I got the reverse shell as root. So I just read the app.py file to get the flag. And that's how I got to know, okay, it was looking for coil 30 to be true. And we can do that using Python script because port 502 is open. And if we just Google port 502 is default for Modbus, right? It's a Modbus TCP protocol. That's what it's primarily used for. And we can do, okay, such as programmable logic controllers. That's what PLC is for, and sensors, some IoT related stuff. Exactly. So that was the whole point of it. But we can't run it now because we don't have permission. We are not logged in as admin or something. But we can't even run this too. Before I was able to just change it here to what do you call it, like 31, and put done, and I'll like run it again and it will turn the 30 to true. I don't know, I just changed some values, like here to 31, like just after 30, maybe it was not going to 30 because it was just stuck at 25. I changed, I think, here to like everything, and I just run them again and I got the flag. So that's how I initially did the challenge, and then you can just do it from here too. But yeah, now we're going to do it using the Python script. So we can now run it. Okay, let's create a virtual environment, source venv pin activate, and we can do install modbus. It will do it for us. And now if we run this and also monitor the gate request, right to coil. Okay, I messed up. somewhere here. Read coil, write coil, write coil. Okay, my bad. It's not write to, it's just write coil. Coil. Okay, let's see. Let's see if it turns the gate open. There we go. It set all those values to true, and let's see. I don't think it will right now because it might, but I don't think it will because previously I was logged in as admin. Maybe that's why that happened. Let's see. Uh, I don't think that's working. It's still closed. Do I run that again? And I already know what was in the app.py, so I know. You see, there you go. Gate open and motion detector and batch both are, running. So we just needed to turn the coil number 30 to true. That was what was in the mod, sorry, app.py. And if I can show it to you guys, industrial and breach, and I can do app.py. So you see, again the flag. Never mind. You see, get a gate status, and if the client is reading the coils and address number 30, and if it's true, it will return. It will return the gate open if it's open, right? So that was basically the challenge, and that's how the challenge is gonna be in the CTF, like the upcoming challenges. So I hope you guys are well prepared and up for learning a lot of new things, right? That's the purpose of all of this. And I'll make sure I make more videos more often, and uh, I'm also thinking to start making hack the box write-ups too. And I've been grinding 80, so I hope that stuff comes out soon. And I hope you guys learn something new. Until next time, all right? I'll terminate this box. And I forgot to, did I had my VM in the full mod or did I had it like that? I don't know. All right, guys, take care. Till next time.